Hello everyone, welcome to another X-Wing video today. I wanted to take a look at the Scurrg H-6 bomber. We're only going to look at the Scum side of the faction because a lot of stuff is going to be dependent on the upgrades you can put on it and the other ships you can fly it with. So I wanted to leave basically Captain Nim to look at the Rebel faction at a later date. So we'll do a video on that, probably the last video I do on this series. So we're just going to focus on what we know, which is of course the PS1 Scurrg, which comes in at 24 points. It has 3 dice primary, 1 agility, 5 hull, 5 shields, the focus action, target lock and barrel roll, and a whole swathe of upgrade slots. So we have a turret, torpedo, missile, crew and 2 bomb slots, and 24 points to play with, so quite a lot of scope there. Obviously we have the Havoc title as well, which lets you drop your crew slot to gain an astromech and it's not tech, it's the sensor slot, that's the one. So there are loads of different ways to build paths, stuff like that. And as we can see, there is quite a lot of bomb stuff floating around. So it looks like we've got a bomb generator. The talk on the internet at the moment is that it's bomblet generator because it was featured in the Starfighter game, I believe, that Nim had this thing that could generate infinite bombs. So that could be interesting. It is a unique as well, so that could be interesting. I've definitely can't wait to see if that is the case, because one of the build paths I wanted to talk about was Eamon Azimuth, is it? The Scum fire spray pilot who has all the funky bomb stuff. If he could have the infinite bombs, then that would be pretty interesting, again, to throw them around at all of those different angles. And then you could fly 2 of these guys, I'd assume, with him as well at PS1. And obviously you can put the Havoc title for Genius on one of them to do some I was thinking of doing the thermal detonators for the stress control. I don't really mind stressing myself because I'm going to be flying through the engagement, drop my thermal detonator at the end of my move, drop another one again at the start. At PS1 you can normally try and get the block in as well. So you fly it into a position to block, drop the bomb at the end, they bump into you, take some damage, get the stress, then you can drop another one again, force them to try it. There's a lot of control in there. It seems pretty interesting. We do have the turret slot as well, which I don't know if I would be building the turret and the bombs into the same ships, because I don't want them to get too expensive. Once you start looking at more than, well, extra munitions takes it to 26 points base, and a bomb you're looking at probably like 29 points minimum. You start trying to put a turret on there as well as the bombs, it does add up really quickly. So maybe I'd be looking at doing a turreted ship. One of the interesting ones I did see was Havoc for 0, auto blaster turret and accuracy corrector, giving you a 29 point ship where you can just fly at people and tell them to take 2 damage. It's not quite as effective as on the Ghost because of a large base, but still good fun. And you do have scope for other things as well. There's not too many points. It does still have 10 hit points, so kind of interesting build paths with auto blaster turret. Synchronized turret, I'm still not sold on the need for target lock on that. Obviously it looks like the PS3 guy has EPT, so we could take Deadeye instead, and that would be interesting because then you can take your focus token and use that to activate the synchronized turret without having to spend the token. So maybe on the PS3 guys I'd look at synchronized turret, and that's guessing that they are 25 points maybe, probably 26 with them gaining the EPT and 2 pilot skill. So you're looking at 31 points, would that be? Synchronized turret's 4, I think it said in the aggressor one. And then Deadeye was a point, so yeah, you're looking at like 31 points for that. But if you can keep someone in arc, it guns them down pretty well with the rerolls and having the focus token, and you do get to overfly them and do stuff like the back. And if you wanted to take multiple generics, you could look at doing 3 of those and still have points left over for some bombs, if that is the case. Other things we know about the pack, it's not too much showing. Obviously we can talk about the system swap one, which is over here. You can't see because my finger cuts off. Minefield mapper is what the assertions are on the FFG forums, and it looks like you get to place bombs in deployment, so that would be potentially scary, especially when you consider the shenanigans of Han being placed outside of deployment zone and stuff like that. But yeah, this one's a bit of a weird one to talk about because there isn't really a Scum bombing meta at the moment. All the bombs are coming from a Rebel faction. If this could introduce that to the Scum faction, I think it could be really good fun. Like I said, the one I'm wanting to try out at the moment is making assumptions on the bomblet generator letting you drop multiple bombs over multiple turns. Put that on the fire spray and then have 2 Scurrgs with bombs as well. You don't get the extra damage that Sabine provides to Rebel bomb lists, but you've got a lot of bombs to drop and weird angles to drop them from, with Genius on one guy. I feel like you could do some fun stuff with that. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we know enough about this ship. Like with the Aztec Wookiee gunship that we did the last one on, it was a lot easier to talk about those 2 crew slots. I think this one has got too many options to discuss without knowing exactly what this pack adds in. Like, we don't know what Cad Bane does, we don't know what these bombs do when they are dropped, we don't know what the droid is, but I'm hoping that the words from the article are pretty interesting about being able to flood the battlefield with bombs, so I'm definitely hoping that the Scum get a bomb meta as well, because it's just fun. If you haven't flown the K-Wing bombs, try those, get used to dropping them, and then see how you do with these guys. Thanks for watching everyone, and we'll see you on the next video.